Good morning, hope you're all well. I'm Jamie, I'm a Commonwealth Games medalist and British champion swimmer, and today we are 8 days out from the first day of Short Course Nationals. So we're in taper, which is nice, so that means the volume is dropping, the intensity stays high. I'm going to show you what a day looks like this close to racing. So it's currently just gone 6:15, I think. Yeah, 6:15. Our mornings actually start half an hour later when we start taper, just we get a little bit extra sleep. I think we're about 2 and a bit K this morning, as opposed to this time last week was 4.5, I think, and then the week before that was 6. So we're dropping the volume quite significantly. So this morning's just going to be aerobic, and then tonight will be something fast suited, kind of with that full race priming. Might have some lifting this morning. I'll probably do it this morning. Got some lifting to do today anyway, maybe this morning. But yeah, I'll catch you a bit. Okay, pull session done. Like I said, nice easy 2.1k in the end. Just kind of moving, some breath holding, working some underwaters, a little bit into drills. Sometimes it's hard with when the sessions are that short to kind of fit in what we normally would, obviously. But yeah, pretty good. In the gym now, I've got the upper body session plus cleans. This is with the last lift before racing, which is quite exciting. I've only got one set of everything and it's just fast. So it's really straightforward. Just moving about 50% of 1 rep max as fast as possible for one set of 3 reps. So again, it'll take not very long. Probably takes long as setting up all the bars and changing the rack heights and all that, but that's fine. It means we're getting close. Job done, home time. Okay, breakfast time. We have 240 grams of Greek yogurt with 80 grams of blueberries and raspberries. We've got a steak with a teaspoon of mango chutney, just for some flavour, and then a bagel, which I can never actually be bothered to put in the toaster. I just eat it plain as is. Use it to mop up the steak juices and all that. And while I'm eating this, I'll be watching some old school Mutant on a Mission, Ron Partlow gym stuff. So yeah, pretty good standard morning really. Eat this and then yeah, go about with whatever else needs doing today. Okay, here we are then. It's about 12:15. Time to eat again. So we've got some chicken and rice that I cooked the other day. This is just with the mixed Italian herbs. I've then got some fruit, and then of course we've got some water, and I'll be watching some more Mutant on a Mission because yeah, that's what I'm on a kick of watching at the minute. I enjoy watching the kind of the actual lifting and all that, and kind of being inspired by that and taking stuff from that into our swimming. So I'm going to eat this and then yeah, get to work after that. And there we go, time to eat again. Looks exactly like the previous one because basically it is just without the fruit, because actually I sometimes find, yeah, eating too much kind of in terms of volume before training ends up kind of sitting there a little bit. I'd rather be I'd rather it have been a while since I ate. So this is just coming up 2:30, so a little bit later than I probably normally would, but that's no problem really. Yeah, gonna eat this and then we'll head off to training where we've got a pretty good session in store, but you'll have to wait and see that. Okay, so just before I go to training, I thought it'd be a good idea. We'll just talk about the goals for the meet. My goals are actually really simple. So I had a really good short course meet this time last year, and then followed it up kind of, I suppose, even better the week after when we raced at Derby, or 2 weeks after. So really all I want from next week is PBs. PB, if I can be PB on the 4 events that I'm doing, well, 3 individuals, and then those relays can be fastest relay split in each of them, then I'll be happy. So it's the European Short Course Championships this week, which obviously I wasn't selected for. But the 50 fly was yesterday, and it took 22.84 made a semi-final, which is slower than I went in the heats last year. Then I went 22.7 in the final. So 22.4 made a final this year. So if I can be kind of anywhere near that, I'll be really happy. But PB is 22.73, so again, just faster than that would be great. Similarly with the 100, I think looking at the rankings, so I think that's actually tomorrow morning as I'm filming this. But looking at the rankings, I think on PB I would be going in about 8th or 7th. So again, if I can PB, put in a time that would be fairly competitive, kind of middle of that final, I'd be really happy. I'm not too concerned about the placings. You know, I would like to win, of course. Who doesn't want to win? But the place itself doesn't really concern me. I just want to PB, and I think if I go into it that mentality, that lets me swim a bit freer, and I can just deliver on how I'm swimming that race, and not being concerned about placings or qualifying for teams or kind of rankings and all that kind of thing. But it's nice to have those targets, but I know my targets are all time based, and I think if I can put in a good performance there, again it sets me up well for April. The 100 freestyle again is a weird one that I don't really know what I'm capable of in that 100 freestyle. My PB from a couple of years ago is 47.5, so again if I can be under 47.5, I'll be happy. PB will be happy. Similar with the 50 leading off that relay, because when I'm leading off it'll be after the 100 freestyle, and the 100 freestyle always kind of kills me off. But again, if I can PB is 21.9. If I can be under that, then again I'll be happy. So really the goals and the kind of the pressures of the meet are kind of very small, the goals are very straightforward. The pressure is very small, with a lot of upside. Like yeah, it should be good, because then I can't remember if I've told you, but the week after we're racing a long course in Manchester. And again, I think that'd be really interesting to see what is that performance short course, and what does that actually translate to long course a week later. So again, goals for that are simple as well. I'd like to PB. If I can PB in December, imagine then what it would be like in April. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of worth saying. I think it's always worth having a goal for the meet, for every meet you do. So for example, before we went into that meet in September, the goal was kind of really just to remember racing, and it was skills targets, wasn't it? It was like going 10 kicks off all the walls, 1 breath on the last 25 on the 100 fly, for example, no breath on the 50s, with that kick count and stroke count, 5 strokes on that first 25. So I think it's always worth having a target for the meet, a goal, and then that can then that what you've achieved kind of is I think it takes a bit of the emotion out of the result, because I'm gonna have done everything I can to put the best performance possible, and so the result kind of takes care of itself. But yeah, let's go and train. Okay, we'll try and get a session debrief in just before the camera dies. So 4:35s tonight. So kind of the plan, as it were, or the kind of the structure of the sessions, or the progression we've done would have suggested we'd go 4:50s today, but actually probably 50 is going to be a bit too far, and too far in the sense of we're doing 50s to spike the lactate, to make us produce a lot of lactic acid quickly, and then have to deal with that and train our bodies to process that, ready to go again for the next rep. Now 50s, we could do 4:50s, no problem, we could do them, but this question of, if we are 8 days out from racing, do we need to go so many reps or so far? And actually probably the answer is no. We can kind of get into that lactate production within a 35 meters. So actually going 35 4 times means that we're still getting what we want out of the session, but we're not going to fatigue quite as much. So I did 2 of the reps on fly, 2 on freestyle, and the fly felt really good. So the times in this pool kind of don't really mean anything, because we've never been quite sure where 25 is and where 35 is. Obviously 15 is fairly straightforward, 50 is obviously dead straightforward, but we're not quite sure there. So I was really happy actually with how the fly looks. The time is still faster than I have been downstairs before, which is really nice. It kind of shows everything's trending in that right direction. Like I say, the fly, the stroke felt good, felt long. Lewis has got me at 59 rate on both of them, which is basically spot on. I felt long. You can see the entry, where my hands are entering is pretty clean. In the past, and kind of when I almost try too hard, I end up slapping in the water quite a lot. Then the freestyle, kind of, I'm still not quite 100% with that sprint freestyle, but if you look on there how high my back is, how kind of over the water the arms are, again the entry into the water is fairly clean, so that's dead encouraging for in a week's time. So it's quite nice. I do have a couple of 50 freestyles in relays next week, which will be fun, because the 53 individual is the same day as the 100 fly, and I'd rather have the 100 fly as a come in slightly later. The 100 fly is like, I think, the last men's event, 53's near the start, so it would be possible to do both, but I think it would end up being slightly compromised. So 100 fly is obviously my focus event, so that'll be quite nice then for I'll still get a couple of 50 freestyles that won't impact the individual races. So overall, really happy with how tonight's session has gone. It always happens though, like at the pool I felt great, and then as soon as I just leave the building, start driving home, just everything feels it's like a bit of a slump. So it's currently 7:25. I probably won't eat for at least another hour. My stomach feels all funky. I didn't show you, but I ate my classic post-training whey protein and cereal. So there's no need to eat straight away, kind of is what I'm trying to say. So I can afford to wait a little bit. I think maybe in that time, actually, I've got a members video to record. So all the members get access to my logbook. So all the sessions, all the splits, weights I lift, stroke rates, everything, and then some kind of my thoughts on those sessions. So
I need to actually record a video kind of explaining what that is. So it's been a few months and I just published the sets, and then I just realised that I've not actually explained what those things mean. So if you would like to see the logbook, please feel free to become a member of the channel, support me and my swimming. That would be very much appreciated. But I'm going to go inside now, probably get that done, and then just sit on the sofa until I can find that desire to go and cook. But I'll show you when dinner is ready. Okay, so it's just coming up to 9 o'clock, so it has been a while, but it's sometimes that's what it takes. And I'm not training tomorrow, so I can sleep a little bit longer in the morning before I have to get up and go about the day. So, but here we go. So I've got a big salad here, 5 bits of vegetable in that. So that takes me, I think, to 11 for the day. Maybe 10, but a lot. And then we've got some spuds, a couple of eggs, and hiding under there is a steak. So again, good quality protein, good carbohydrates, good carbohydrates, good fat, and that's kind of that'll do me for the evening. Keep me going until I don't know whatever time I eat breakfast in the morning. I'm going to probably leave you here. So the only thing to add, I'll be doing this before I go to bed. I'll be drinking a shake with the hydration, magnesium, and creatine in. I do that kind of morning and night. So again, I didn't show you that this morning, but all of those mixed into a litre of water. I'll probably have about half a litre with that tonight. Again, get the hydration in straight away, and then this easy then to sustain through the day, and then a little top up through the night because we're going to have a long period of time without drinking up. If you want to get supplements like that, then you can use my discount code Gingram at Applied Nutrition. That'll get you 20% off. They're really useful, I think. Obviously, creatine's massive into it for us as swimmers. So, really, as anyone, actually, as research is starting to come out. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the training, seeing a bit of the living. Nationals next week. So, probably the next week's video might be that Thursday at Nationals. I'll see if I can get it out kind of in that short time frame. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Cheers.